people were so fervently spraying these caged women, I'm sorry for saying it that way, but they were in a plastic pen, but they were so fervent about it that they got debates even on their fellow officers. So
maybe they should all be wearing black shirts.
Yeah, well, what the demonstrators are still trying to do is remain peaceful, according to Gandhi. And some great highlights here as well. Writer Chris Hedges stopped by yesterday and gave about a half-hour interview. And again, along the same lines as you were saying, and we've discussed already about the oligarchy, the capitalism, and the corporate influence that's in our government. We all know that Wall Street owns our government. That's the way it goes. So Chris Hedges does an eloquent job of doing that. Then they had an interview with Medea Benjamin, who talked about the military-industrial complex. And if you're over at the website for the live video, I've posted it on your website, your webpage, I should say, Facebook page.
Norman Goldman.
Yeah, I'll repost it again for people to see, but I've been posting stuff there. Currently, here in Los Angeles, if I can mention one more thing, the LA support group for Occupy Wall Street, they're called Occupy Los Angeles. We met for the first time on Friday. I say we because I'm going to be their monitor here as spokesperson on Progressive Talk Radio. And so they're organizing right now because President Obama is coming here in town, and they're looking. I know you got smartphone listeners, and shout out to everybody listening here in Los Angeles, but they're looking for people to gather at 4:30 at the corner of La Cienega and I believe Beverly Boulevard, if I wrote that down correctly, because they're going to do a protest march along with other activist groups here in the Los Angeles area. But activism lets everybody get active, because this is how you get your government back, is by action. No more of this sitting with a beer can on the couch saying, well, we got to do something. People have started. Occupy Los Angeles will be activated starting October 1st. You can get information. I posted that on the Norman Goldman Show. But again, thank you, Senor, for letting me talk and give you all this information. And I know you support us.
Well, absolutely. And Sanchez, we are the people we have been waiting for.
Exactly.
Let me quote the president here. Stop complaining. Get your butt off the couch. Let's get busy. Sanchez, thank you so much for talking again, sir. And muchísimas gracias a usted. Okay, 1-888-321-6001. Here's some bullet points for you to convince the bystanders and the gawkers. We are the 99% controlled by the 1%. End corporate influence and corruption in government. How about these I'm adding? Downsize the empire. Get out of Afghanistan. End corporate welfare, the farm subsidies, and so on. Tax the rich also. See any problem with any of these? Don't you think if we put this message out that we would resonate with an awful lot of people? 1-888-321-6001. Yes, the Republicans are going to shut down the government again. The Republicans they're on the lam right now. They're in recess. The government runs out of money on September the 30th. And before that, like tomorrow, FEMA runs out of money. We've had all these natural disasters. Governors of states, Democratic and Republican governors, are screaming for federal help. Please help us, federal government. We can't handle it. We need your resources. And FEMA doesn't have any money because the Republicans are starving the government. Pat in Wisconsin, thanks for being on the Norman Goldman Show.
Hi, Norm. You know, I started with one thing, and I want to be sure and do that. But I think, you know, if the economy's stupid, it began here, being wherever they are. And secondly, lost your job, look to China.
I love it. I love it. Bring American jobs home to America.
Yeah. Now, what I really called about, and this is, if your house is on fire, call Scott Walker, because I'm going to tell you what happened with the budget. My closest municipality, because we talk figures and everything, well, now it's trickling down to the city. In the city of Beloit, Wisconsin, they're going to be cutting 20.5 positions from public safety. 6 police officers, 6 firefighters, 3 part-time fire inspectors, 1 secretary, and the rest to be named later. While at the same time, the engine runs have grown 152% and the EMT ambulance runs have grown 64%. I wonder how those two partiers like it when the burglars at their door or the fire is burning their house and they go, oh, it's not working.
Well, it would be nice to see all of the people of Wisconsin, at least the ones with brains in their heads, stand up in one voice and yell this to Scott Walker.
Blow it out.
Pardon me, Snot Walker. Well, Pat, it's easy for the teabagging bozos to sit there and say, government is the problem, we tax too much, government's too big. But when their police, their teachers, their firefighters are gotten rid of, when their schools are shut down, when their roads degenerate and deteriorate into pothole nothings, they're going to sit there and they're going to whine and they're going to moan, and I'm going to sit there and say, stop complaining. That's exactly what I'm going to say to them. Pat, thanks so much for being with us. I really appreciate it. 1-888-321-6001. Have I got a moral dilemma for you? In 15 minutes, I have got a moral dilemma for you. And it's not the theoretical, how many angels can dance on the head of a pin moral dilemma. It's an actual, what do you do under these specific, actual circumstances? I've got a moral dilemma for you, and I know how I would resolve the moral dilemma. I've already told you this. And I'll refresh your recollection and turn the microphone over to you. That's in 15 minutes. 1-888-321-6001. Have you noticed the Republicans are in total freak-out mode? Herman Cain won the Florida straw poll. Rick Perry and Mitt Romney came in far behind. They've got a group of fatally flawed candidates over there. The money boys in the Republican Party desperately searching for somebody new. They've given up on Rick Perry already. And how would you convince a disinterested, uninvolved, uneducated onlooker to the Occupy Wall Street movement? What would you put on a simple piece of paper that you could hand them and they could read in 15 seconds to convince them that you are on the right side and that they should join you? That's the dilemma posed. That's a different moral dilemma. That's a different dilemma. I'm giving you dilemmas today. Moral H that went into NormanGoldman.com. I've got a group of talking points. I'll share them with you. Your thoughts add to the list. Send them in to NormanGoldman.com, and you're on the airwaves next, right here with Fierce Independence is the Norman Goldman Show.
The antidote for stupid talk radio. This is the Norman Goldman Show.
Hey, what?
Listen to the Bill Press Show weekdays from 5 to 8 a.m. on WCPT AM and FM, Chicago's only home for progressive talk.
Guys, notice things are different now that you're a little older. Girls, notice your guy's not lower energy, more fat, more sex drive, all the signs of testosterone. It doesn't matter what happens. But now, for the first time, we can boost testosterone naturally by 61% in ageless men. A safe, natural supplement that helps maintain normal, healthy testosterone levels. Ageless Male is proven in clinical research to safely boost testosterone by 61%. Healthy testosterone means more vitality, a great outlook, and a